everywhere.
Albertans worry about privatization of healthcare in the province as demonstrators gather at the legislature to protest Dr. Verna Yiu's ousting as Alberta Health Services CEO.
It's very important we stop the privatization of healthcare in Alberta and in Canada.
This retired Albertan nurse tells me with family in the United States, she knows how expensive quality healthcare can be for those who need it. She's one of dozens of Albertans here Wednesday calling out the province over a push towards some private healthcare, telling me she worked through the Klein-era cuts of the early 90s.
So, yeah, it was very hard on nursing.
Wednesday's protest also comes as Dr. Verna Yiu, the now former CEO of Alberta Health Services, parted ways with the province with 1 year left on her contract. The president of the Health Sciences Association of Alberta painting a bleak picture of what he says is to come for healthcare in the province with Dr. Yiu's departure.
This was a termination out and out to get her out of the way. They needed to make some actions that support their ideological changes to move to a full privatization of our healthcare system.
Combined with proposed wage rollbacks for healthcare workers, Parker says Alberta can no longer attract talent.
So you want to recruit people into this province? Let's be clear, we are not the preferred employer anymore.
Alberta's health minister saying earlier in the month the province would be moving ahead with some changes to the healthcare system, like contracting out certain surgical procedures to private clinics. Health Minister Jason Copping was scheduled to speak at a COVID-19 update Wednesday afternoon, but that was cancelled earlier in the day. Opposition NDP health critic David Shepherd told media Wednesday Dr. Yiu should be allowed to tell her side of the story.
She was one of the few voices of real honesty and candor that we saw during the last couple waves of COVID-19. Certainly we were not getting that level of honesty from this government about the situation.
Adding, with the province's healthcare system still struggling from the impacts of the pandemic, now is not the time for changes and Albertans should have a say.
If they want to pursue this kind of aggressive restructuring of our healthcare system, let's see them put that to an election ballot.
In Edmonton, Darcy Ropchan, City News.